Good afternoon, everyone, and welcome to Live at 4 on this very hot Friday afternoon.
Yes, hot and sticky, but big changes on the way weather-wise. We'll get to that in just a little bit.
But first, here's what's topping our news today.
I'm not the same anymore, and I'll never be the same again.
Topping our news, 2 men were sentenced today for their role in a brazen killing outside of the Dane County Jail.
After getting into legal trouble, a Badger football player announces his plans to transfer.
And tomorrow marks the 1-year anniversary since Roe v. Wade was overturned. We'll take you around the nation to show you how the date is being observed in different communities. But let's take a look outside. Steam. It's getting a little more humid as we go along as well. As we mentioned, big changes this weekend. Jacob's in the backyard and looking forward to Sunday.
Yeah, temperatures right now are still pretty warm, but as you guys talked about, we are going to see some big changes. But before that, we still have to get through the heat, and right now there's also still an air quality alert that has been extended until 11 p.m. tomorrow. And this also is for a couple of surrounding areas as well, although in Minnesota, it will expire at 9 p.m. tonight. Taking a look at the future track smoke forecast, a big reason for the air quality alert is actually the ozone. But as far as the wildfire smoke, tomorrow will be a bit better than today, and then as we get into Sunday, it really looks like that smoke is going to clear out of our area, at least for the time being, because there is still wildfires going on up north. So we're not completely out of the woods, but for Sunday and at least for a few days, it does appear that we won't see a ton of wildfire smoke, which is very good news. But right now, we can kind of see that firsthand, and temperatures are very warm. Still hasn't gotten to 90 this week. The last couple of days, the highs have been 89 degrees, and today, at least so far, the high temperature is 89 degrees. Looking at the current temperatures, there are in the 90s further west of Madison, but further east towards the lake, temperatures are actually pretty close to 70 degrees. Now, as far as the wind speeds go, we're seeing pretty calm winds, so unfortunately, we're not seeing any winds make the temperatures feel any calmer, so it feels just about as high as it actually is. But overnight, it's going to be comfortable with lows around 60 and mostly clear skies. But rain is expected over the weekend, and we actually could see some severe weather. All the details coming up a little bit later in the show.
All right, Jacob, we'll check back. Thank you. 2 men will now spend much of their lives in prison after pleading guilty to killing a man outside of the Dane County Jail last year.
The shooter, Damone Cummins, and the getaway driver, Eamon Galtney, were both sentenced to life in prison with eligibility for parole when they turned 65.
Our Braden Ross was at the Dane County Courthouse this morning and joins us now with more. Braden?
Yeah, it was an emotional day in the courtroom as the family of Dwayne Collins Jr. got the chance to speak to the men who admitted to killing their loved one. In their statements, the family emphasized that they don't know Cummins and they suspect he was paid to kill Collins Jr. But they say they felt most hurt by getaway driver Eamon Galtney's involvement because he was someone they considered family.
We knew you. You were like family. You've been to our home. You've eaten at our table. You've slept at our house. Been to family functions. My family gave you a safe place when you didn't have one, and you turned around and helped execute one of us.
The shooting happened around 5 p.m. on March 30th, 2022, as Collins Jr. was leaving the Dane County Jail. His mother was waiting to pick him up in a car and witnessed the killing. Cummins and Galtney immediately fled the scene, leading police on a high-speed chase through Madison before being arrested. Prosecutors also mentioned that investigation into others who may have been involved in the killing is still ongoing.
Braden, thank you. Badger wide receiver Marcus Allen is entering the transfer portal after 2 seasons in Wisconsin. Allen's no stranger to the transfer portal. He entered it after the firing of former head coach Paul Christ last season and committed to the University of Minnesota. After new head coach Luke Fickell was hired, he decided to come back to Wisconsin. But he's changed his mind again. The social media announcement comes alongside a tweet where Allen says he will, quote, face my mistakes like a man, in reference to an incident where police allegedly found a stolen gun in his bag at the Mifflin Street block party in April. Allen is scheduled to appear for his initial court appearance on Monday. Wisconsin's next 2-year budget is finally drafted and headed for a vote on the floor next week.
With more on what to expect as the budget moves along, political reporter Will Keneally is here with us in the studio. Will?
That's right. So this week, the Budget Writing Committee signed off on some of the final, more contentious parts of the state budget, including a $3.5 billion tax cut, as well as a significant cut to the University of Wisconsin system. That cut aimed to prevent the system from implementing diversity, equity, and inclusion programs. We reached out to the Republican Senate leader, who did not get back to us, but we did sit down with the ranking Senate member of the Budget Writing Committee, Milwaukee Democrat Senator LaTanya Johnson.
This was an opportunity for us to do a lot more for the constituents of Wisconsin. It was an opportunity for us to make investments that we otherwise wouldn't have an opportunity to make. Instead, we made cuts where we should have made more investments. So that was a huge letdown for me.
The full budget will head to the legislature's floor likely next week. Johnson says that she'll have a hard time supporting the full bill because of some of those cuts, like to the university system. You can watch our full interview with the senator coming up this Sunday on For the Record, airing at 10:30 after Face the Nation. And I will say, come for the politics, but stay for a cameo with the senator's cat. It's a good time.
Wonderful. Well, there's obviously some stark differences of opinion, but was there anything bipartisan?
Not much, as you would expect. Obviously, Republicans are in the driver's seat through this whole budget process, but we did see some important bipartisan efforts here, especially with pay raises for prosecutors and public defenders in Wisconsin. Crucial funding that will help retain and attract those workers. Bipartisan agreement down the board.
And what is the likelihood of Governor Evers vetoing this if it's passed as is?
Yeah, so he said in the past that he would just veto the entire budget with some of those ZW cuts. As we were talking off air before, he does have a line item veto. That's for any kind of spending bill, and he can't really increase funding. He can only take stuff out of those provisions. So we will see. I think he's going to probably be talking with some of his lawyers, kind of seeing what that plan will look like heading forward.
All right, we'll see you Sunday at 10:30.
Yes.
Well, thank you. And
thanks, Will.
Waiting for the cat.
Yeah.
Exactly, yes.
All right, thank you.
Governor Evers today released a video ahead of the one-year anniversary of the decision by the U.S. Supreme Court in Dobbs versus Jackson.
We are going to keep fighting like hell every day until Wisconsinites have the right to make their own health care decisions without interference from politicians who don't know anything about their life, their family, their circumstances, period.
Senator Ron Johnson spoke earlier this week about the anniversary.
At what point does society have the responsibility to protect that life? I didn't think 9 members of the Supreme Court should decide that for all of society. I don't think 535 members of Congress should decide that. Back in Wisconsin, my home state, I don't believe 132 members of the Wisconsin legislature should decide that question.
The decision overturning Roe v. Wade changed the landscape for abortion access in America.
As the country approaches tomorrow's one-year mark, those on either side of the aisle remain in a political fight. Willie James Inman reports from the White House.
President Biden is rallying with abortion rights groups, marking 1 year since the Supreme Court overturned Roe versus Wade.
President Biden and Vice President Harris stand with the majority of Americans who believe the right to choose is fundamental.
The president is using the occasion to issue a new executive order. The order strengthens access to birth control pills through the Affordable Care Act, Medicare, and Medicaid services. It also tries to ensure access to pills for veterans and service members through other federal programs.
Access to contraception has become more important than ever following the Supreme Court's decision and ensuing crisis for women's health.
Democrats see abortion rights as a critical issue to rally voters for the 2024 presidential election, and it remains a key issue for anti-abortion rights groups as well.
We will stand every day without apology for the unalienable right to life.
Former Vice President and 2024 presidential candidate Mike Pence dismissed the idea that abortion will hurt Republicans on the ballot.
The cause of life is the calling of our time, and we must not rest and must not relent until we restore the sanctity of life to the center of American law in every state in this country.
In a new CBS News poll, 57% of Americans surveyed said the overturn of Roe versus Wade has been mostly bad for the country. Willie James Inman, CBS News, the White House.
In that survey, 86% of those surveyed say overturning Roe is bad because it puts the health and lives of women at more risk. Those who say overturning Roe is a good thing say that's because it protects the lives of unborn babies.
Well, as the search and rescue effort for the missing submersible turns into a recovery operation, the 5 people on board are being remembered. Worshippers at a mosque in Pakistan held a special prayer for prominent businessman Shahzada Dawood and his 19-year-old son Suleiman. Also on board, British billionaire Hamish Harding, OceanGate's CEO Stockton Rush, and Titanic expert Paul-Henri Nargolet. James Cameron, director of the movie Titanic and an underwater explorer himself, joined the chorus of those questioning OceanGate's safety measures.
Clearly, corners were cut here, and people paid the price.
The Coast Guard said today that the investigation into what happened will continue in the area where the debris was found. Officials now say the banging sounds a Canadian aircraft had detected Tuesday and Wednesday were actually from other ships in the area.
Temporary lanes replacing the collapsed section of Interstate 95 in Philadelphia have reopened to traffic ahead of schedule. The elevated section of the busy roadway collapsed on June 11th when a tractor trailer carrying gasoline flipped on an off-ramp and caught fire, killing the driver. Pennsylvania Governor Josh Shapiro was on hand for the reopening today and thanked crews who worked around the clock in the rebuilding effort.
We rebuilt I-95 in just 12 days, and through that process, we showed the nation what Philadelphia and Pennsylvania are all about.
The first drivers to cross over the new temporary bridge were the first responders who raced to the scene less than 2 weeks ago. The interim 6-lane roadway will serve drivers until construction of a permanent bridge is complete.
Well, Saturday marks 2 years since the partial collapse of the Champlain Towers condo complex in Surfside, Florida. 98 people died in the incident, most of whom were sleeping in their homes when the 12-story Champlain Towers South crumbled overnight. Families of the victims are still grieving the loss of their loved ones, including Michael Noriega, whose 92-year-old grandmother, Hilda Noriega, was the oldest person killed in the tragedy. He spoke to CBS's David Begnow and showed him the rosary she was clutching in her hands when her body was found.
When the homicide detectives first gave my family and I the news, of course, we were all weeping because our fear had come true. And these rosaries were tangible representations of the legacy that she left behind of love.
Federal investigators say construction defects in the pool deck at the towers likely contributed to the collapse, but the investigation continues. Some are demanding a memorial be placed at the site to honor those lost. A federal judge last year approved a $1.2 billion settlement for survivors and families of the victims.
Authorities are asking the public to pay extra attention to your money after there's been a counterfeit bill allegedly used in Juneau County. The Juneau County Sheriff's Office posted on Facebook they were notified about the counterfeit money given to an area business. They say the bills clearly read movie prop use only. The business confiscated the money and contacted the Sheriff's Office. Law enforcement is currently trying to find the person who used the fake bill.
Well, it's a big weekend in Sauk County as the Big Top Parade returns to the streets of downtown Baraboo. It's bittersweet this time around, though, as this marks the final parade for the elephants at the Circus World Museum. Viola and Kelly are 2 animals who have certainly made a name for themselves over the years. They'll be heading off into retirement down south after this weekend's parade. The elephants have been a staple in the Baraboo community for decades, and it's safe to say they'll be missed.
This year, it's all about selling the heritage and the history of these magnificent animals. I mean, they have been part of the Baraboo community since 1888. That's 135 years that they've been part of the DNA here in Baraboo.
And News 3 is proud to be part of this year's big parade in Baraboo. Our own Charlotte DeLeste will be one of the guest judges, along with Craig Culver and Allison Dairyland. For more information on the day's events, just go to channel3000.com. Well, the fight against climate change moves offshore at Martha's Vineyard.
It's part of the Biden administration's efforts to create more renewable energy. We'll find out what's going on when Live at 4 continues.
Have you heard? We've outgrown our space. Again! Save up to half off floor samples and special orders at Dwellings Construction Sale. Dwellings, interior design and home furnishings. Still Madison's best kept $150 secret.
If you have heart disease and are on a statin, lowering cholesterol can be hard. Diets and exercise add to the struggle. Today, it's possible to go from struggle to cholesterol success with Leqvio. With a statin, Leqvio is proven to lower bad cholesterol by over 50% and keep it low with 2 doses a year. Common side effects were injection site reaction, joint pain, urinary tract infection, diarrhea, chest cold, pain in legs or arms, and shortness of breath. Ask your doctor about twice yearly Leqvio. Lower, longer Leqvio.
Rider chips. Just taking a break. That window's a bear.
Don't worry. My cousin's got a guy.
Hey, I'm not sure I can help you with the house gas, but I can help you replace this window fast.
Let the experts at Feldco kickstart your summer with 2-for-1 windows and no interest until 2025. Plus, we'll get it done Feldco fast.
2-for-1 windows won't last long. Hurry. Call now.
Call 866 for Feldco.
Attention, Wisconsin veterans.
I'm Tony Evers, the governor of Wisconsin. If you are a veteran struggling to pay for rent, utilities, or other life-sustaining services, I want you to know that the Veterans Rental Assistance Program is here to help. So call 833-WISC-VRAP or visit vrapwi.com. You've always been there for us. We want you to know that we're here for you.
For 46 years straight, more of you have trusted Ford F-Series trucks to help save the day. Stretch the weekend, haul, or tow just about anything, anywhere. That's because they're built Ford tough. And it's why Ford F-Series are America's best-selling trucks 46 years straight. And for that, we thank you. Now lease an F-150 STX for $419 a month for 36 months, plus get $1,000 trade assist cash only at your Wisconsin and UP Ford dealers.
The day you get your Clear Choice dental implants makes every day a let's dig in day, a chow down day, a take a big bite day, a perfectly delicious day, a love my new teeth day. Because your Clear Choice day is the day everything is back on the menu. A Clear Choice day changes every day. Schedule a free consultation.
Have you heard? We've outgrown our space. Again! Save up to half off floor samples and special orders at Dwellings Construction Sale. Dwellings, interior design and home furnishings. Still Madison's best kept $150 secret.
You're watching News 3 Now, live at 4.
Welcome back. Former zookeeper, beloved animal expert, and television personality Jack Hanna is now living with advanced Alzheimer's disease.
According to Hanna's family, his condition has progressed to the point where he no longer recognizes most of them. They say they are sharing this because they wanted other families to know that they're not alone with the struggle with Alzheimer's, when it feels overwhelming. Jungle Jack Hanna and his animals became a staple on late night and daytime TV shows like The Tonight Show starring Johnny Carson, Late Night with David Letterman, and Today. He eventually landed his own shows, including Animal Adventures, Into the Wild, and Wild Countdown. Hanna retired from serving as the director and then director emeritus of the Columbus Zoo and Aquarium on December in 2020 after 42 years.
Well, in case you're wondering what will happen to all of the merchandise at Bed Bath & Beyond after their stores close, the brand could live on. Overstock.com has made a bid to buy the retailer's intellectual property and digital assets for $21.5 million. A hearing is set for next Tuesday to finalize the purchase. Bed Bath & Beyond filed for bankruptcy in April.
Well, stocks lost ground on Wall Street as investors come to terms with the prospect of more interest rate hikes. The Dow Industrials lost 219 points to end the week at 33,727. The Nasdaq fell 138. The S&P 500 was off 33. A massive new wind farm is being built off the east coast of the U.S. near Martha's Vineyard.
It's one of many new offshore wind projects approved by the Biden administration to create more renewable energy to fight climate change.
Senior national and environmental correspondent Ben Tracy takes us to the Gulf Coast to see a ship that'll play a key role in that industry.
This thing is so huge.
Yeah, she's huge, 260 feet long.
At this shipyard just outside New Orleans, you need to step way back to fully appreciate the scale of what they're building. This army of 400 workers is doing its part to help spark an energy revolution. Or that noise we're hearing, that's what's called Made in America.
That's made in America, no doubt.
Wally Naquin is general manager of Houma, Louisiana's La Ship. He took us from the bow to the bowels of this massive vessel. It's the first in the country built to service the U.S. offshore wind industry. In the coming years, hundreds of towering turbines will be installed in the waters off the East Coast. Each will need regular maintenance lasting 3 to 4 days every year.
They'll change their clothes in here. There'll be a bunch of showers.
They each get their own room and bathroom.
Each person gets a window.
And there will also be a gym, fireplace lounges, and a gaming room, a level of luxury that surprised this former Marine. Did you ever have accommodations like that?
No, we slept 4 people in less than 6 feet.
Like its older cousin already in service in Europe, this new state-of-the-art ship will essentially be a floating hotel for 60 technicians who will spend weeks at sea. They will use an innovative bridge system attached to a 110-foot tower to walk directly from the boat to the wind turbines, some of which are more than twice as tall as the Statue of Liberty. So they call it walk to work?
Walk to work platform. The boat will be rocking with it, whatever sea condition it is, and the platform keeps them safe.
3,400 tons of American steel are being used to build the ship for Danish wind power giant Ørsted. It will go into service next summer at the wind farm Ørsted is building off the coast of New York, bringing workers to test electrical and fire suppression systems and inspect for wear and tear. This is offshore wind in this country right now.
Yeah, you could say that.
In 2021, Ørsted's North American CEO, David Hardy, took us to see the largest offshore wind farm in the U.S. It's just 5 turbines near Rhode Island. Right now, the U.S. produces a paltry 42 megawatts of offshore wind power. But the Biden administration is aiming for 30,000 megawatts by 2030, enough to power more than 10 million homes. The White House expects the industry to create 77,000 jobs.
This is a proof point to America that the offshore wind industry will bring jobs across the country.
Liz Burdock runs a nonprofit that advocates for offshore wind in America. She says renewable energy jobs are revitalizing shipyards impacted by the decline of the offshore oil industry. The demand for new ships could last for decades. So this is so much bigger than even this very big ship.
Yes. Right now, we have 33 vessels under construction in the U.S. to support the offshore wind sector. We need 50 to 60 more.
It's renewed Southeast Louisiana that we keeping people working.
Wally Naquin says a few years ago, he was down to less than 100 workers. Now he has more than 600. They've also started work on a second offshore wind ship.
We were built on the oil and gas industry, so now the wind industry is bringing us back to life. It's pretty amazing.
At the end of the day, people just want a job.
Really, that's it. Want to work, feed their families, and get back to life.
And now the winds of change are blowing their way.
It's a big ship.
Look at the size of that thing. Those drone shots really give it a great perspective.
Well, a cool movie theater might be inviting this weekend.
One film you might want to check out is the latest from Wes Anderson. We'll preview Asteroid City coming up after Jacob's First Warn forecast.
Dear Freedom, here's to more miles driven, more dollars saved, and more electrified vehicles than any other brand. Yours, Toyota Hybrids. Toyota, let's go places.
This 4th, we're throwing a 4 for the 4th celebration with lots of top-rated 4s to shop, like 4 Bobapedic mattresses that will knock your bunny slippers off. Get budget-friendly Bobapedic comfort with charm, just $3.99. Enjoy the comfort of my Synergy mattress. Looking for extra support and pressure relief? You'll treasure my treasure and my Lush mattress, topped with an innovative cooling cover with financing options to fit your budget. You guessed it, 4 plans to choose from. Join the 4 for the 4th celebration at Bob's. It's gonna be lit.
This right here is confidence in a bottle.
Not only does it change you on the outside, but something in the inside, knowing that you're looking better.
It makes me feel so much more confident than I've ever felt in my life.
They are some of the hottest videos on social media. Those videos claiming to instantly get rid of bags under your eyes. Well, today we're going to see one for ourselves and let you be the judge. It's called Plexiderm, and lifestyle expert Annette Figueroa is here to tell us why she says this one is for real.
This one is for real, and I'm so excited. We even have a video, and you'll notice the model has bags underneath his eyes and some sagging, and all he uses is a small amount on a clean, dry face, and that's how easy it is.
All right, what's the active ingredient?
Okay, so it's silicates that are minerals found in shale rock, and what it does is it tightens and lifts the appearance of bags underneath your eyes, and as little as 10 minutes, no prescriptions, and very little effort. Even watching the video, this is a real, it's a model, but it's a real guy with real bags underneath his eyes.
My real true opinion is holy words I can't say on camera. This is absolutely unbelievable. I mean, I could feel it just lifting my skin. It was amazing. It feels good. Feels great. Looks even better.
And I did this to my father. We were at home. So we applied it to his under eye bags. And let me tell you, we were so excited. In under 10 minutes, they visibly disappeared from view. And now it is literally part of both of our daily routines. He calls me every single month saying, "Hey, Annette, I'm out of Plexiderm, please send me more." And not only does it work on the bags, it works on the appearance of crow's feet, fine lines, and wrinkles. The way you want to do it is you want to have a clean, dry face. You use a small amount because it's so powerful. You have high school reunions, you have events you want to go to, you want to look years younger, this is it.
This July 4th is the best time to try Plexiderm at our startup price of only $14.95. Your solution is at plexidermtrial.com or call the number on your screen.
Dear Freedom, here's to more miles driven, more dollars saved, and more electrified vehicles than any other brand. Yours, Toyota Hybrids. Toyota, let's go places.
Well, take a look at this. A Milwaukee Bucks should have drafted this dunking wizard. A sea otter named Juno at the Oregon Zoo is bringing her slam dunk skills to the public. Zookeepers trained Juno to put a ball through a plastic hoop as a way of exercising her elbow joints. Juno gets a treat of fresh seafood after her practice, and she certainly has the moves. Watch this now. She gives the ball back and gives it a spin.
Oh, that's fantastic. How about a reverse dunk? Let's see it.
There, that's.
Oh, that's so cute.
They could be trained. I love otters.
Yeah, I do too.
That is so adorable. I was actually kind of mad. I went to the Henry Villa Zoo the other day, and the otters weren't there, or at least I couldn't see them. They were probably hiding away because it was too hot outside.
Yes, exactly. And this weekend, some much-needed rain.
Yeah, but we are going to see the hot temperatures first, but the temperatures are going to cool down quite a bit after the rain. I'll have the details all coming up after the break.
At Harker Heating and Cooling, you can save a whole bunch of money when you buy an air conditioner. You know what's even better? Saving even more money when you purchase an air conditioner and a furnace at the same time.
Harker Heating and Cooling.
You got me.
Tag. You're it.
Imagine a world with no drama. With 4imprint, you don't have to chase down the perfect promotional products. Exclusive apparel, bags, drinkware, and more. 4imprint will help you capture the moment and guarantee to deliver your order on time and on budget. Take the drama out of ordering promotional products at 4imprint.com.
4imprint, for certain.
If you're looking for the best way to buy a pre-owned Honda, look no further than Honda True. You get less to worry about and more benefits. Choose from 3 different tiers with up to 10 model years of Honda vehicles, inspected by a Honda-trained technician. Discover why Honda True means less compromise and more of what you love about Honda.
Fry Construction is celebrating 28 years with a big anniversary sale. Join us to save 28%. That's right, 28%. Many of your neighbors already know how we strive to meet and exceed expectations with each and every project. That's why they voted us Best Roofer 3 years in a row. Experience the best of Madison for yourself with Fry Construction. Act now for 28% off gutters or insulation with any full roofing project. Schedule your free consultation today at fryconstruction.com.
Camp for less at Camping World in DeForest. We have hundreds of RVs to choose from with quality pre-owned RVs starting at $99.99 and new RVs starting at just $134 a month. Plus, every RV purchase comes with a Good Sam Elite membership and access to our nationwide service network. We guarantee you'll get the best deal or give you $1,000. Stock up on everything you need for the RV and campsite with our huge selection of RV accessories. Looking to sell your RV? We pay the most. Click, call, or come in to Camping World in DeForest today.
At Harker Heating and Cooling, you can save a whole bunch of money when you buy an air conditioner. You know what's even better? Saving even more money when you purchase an air conditioner and a furnace at the same time.
Harker Heating and Cooling.
News 3 Now First Warn Weather is brought to you by Lazy Boy Home Furnishings and Decor.
Discover a shopping and design experience as comfortable as the furniture. Lazy Boy Home Furnishings and Decor. Schedule your free design consultation today.
Well, the hot temperatures are going to continue for tomorrow with 90s possible. Tomorrow is likely going to get into the lower 90s, but then we're going to see some showers and storms starting in the evening. It does appear that the storms will start a little bit earlier than initially anticipated for, and after the storms, it will be mild but a lot cooler for next week. Looking at the current radar across the Midwest, all of the moisture is off to the west of Wisconsin. There is some storms starting to fire up in northern Wisconsin, but as far as the southern portion of the state, we aren't going to see any rain until about the next 24 hours or so. But there actually is a marginal risk for severe weather for places to the south and west of Madison. And right along the border near Platteville, Dubuque, there actually is a slight risk. Now, we don't have an alert day in effect yet, but if things continue to develop like this, we may have to issue an alert day for tomorrow evening and overnight. So let me take you through futurecasts. Much of the day tomorrow going to be dry, although it will be a bit cloudier, and temperatures are also going to be a bit warmer. The storms will start to move into our area right around sunset. The further south and west you're located, the earlier you will see the storms, and some of these storms, especially the further south and west you're located, could actually be severe. This will continue to move up to the north and east and into Madison during the overnight hours, and really throughout all of Sunday we will continue to see some scattered showers and storms, although Sunday there doesn't appear to be a big severe weather threat. Most of that will be Sunday evening, and throughout the afternoon and evening on Sunday we're just going to continue to see some widespread rain, although even though this map shows it's going to rain throughout the entire day, I wouldn't be surprised if we see a few breaks in the showers. Overall, Sunday, when it does rain, it probably won't be very heavy, but we could see some pockets of heavy rain for sure. Monday, we're going to see some more scattered showers, although Monday will be a lot lighter than tomorrow night and Sunday, and this may continue into the afternoon as well before it looks like it's really going to clear out by the time we get to Tuesday. As far as the precipitation goes, you know, over an inch is definitely in the realm of possibility. We are definitely going to see some much needed rainfall with around a ½ inch to a 3/4 of an inch definitely is probably at least going to happen unless, you know, we really dry out. But for the most part, we're definitely going to see a good amount of rainfall from Saturday night into Sunday, especially with Monday only seeing some light rain. Now, as far as temperatures, lows will be around 60 degrees tonight, and then for the weekend, 90s for Saturday, right around 80 for Sunday. This actually may continue to fall a little bit as it will be cloudy and rainy for much of the day, so temperatures may only get to the 70s for Sunday, and it's going to continue to drop for Monday with highs only forecasted to be in the mid-70s. And take a look at the highs the rest of the week, right around 80 degrees, and for the most part, we're only going to see some small chances of rain. A greater chance of rain will happen Friday of next week, but we are going to see some more potential for rain nonetheless. So this may begin to start to kind of counter the drought that we've seen. You know, all you need is one rain to kind of get stuff going, and this may be that rain that we've needed. And for sure, the temperatures are going to be a lot cooler next week, which I'm looking forward to. But as far as the rainfall goes, you know, small chance of that severe weather tomorrow evening with a lot of rain Sunday. you know, I don't want to say hopefully because I have a good feeling it will happen, but there's always that small chance that, you know, we do dry out a little bit. But we're definitely going to see raindrops at some point for sure. 100%.
We'll take what we can get. Yes.
All right, Jacob, thank you.
Thanks, Jacob.
Well, filmmaker Wes Anderson, known for such movies as The Royal Tenenbaums, The Grand Budapest Hotel, and The French Dispatch, has a new film out with another A-list ensemble cast.
David Daniel has a look at Asteroid City.
Where are you? Asteroid City, Farm Route 6, mile 75.
Asteroid City brings junior stargazers and others to a desert town in the mid-1950s known for a cosmic encounter thousands of years ago, and another that just happened.
I don't like the way that guy looked at us, the alien.
How did he look?
Like we're doomed.
Maybe we are.
Every one of these characters I could watch more of.
Writer-director Wes Anderson's star-studded cast includes regulars from his films.
He has his eye and ear on every aspect of the filmmaking. Just as soon as you step into that world and you see the beautiful sets and the costumes, you start to assimilate into that.
You know, we spend a lot of time together off camera. We have dinner together. We stay in the same hotel together. That, too, is inviting. So it's not just the idea of the worlds that he creates and the films that he makes, but also the ways in which he does that.
Some of our information about outer space may no longer be completely accurate. Anyway, there's still only 9 planets in the solar system as far as we know. Billy?
Except now there's an alien.
When you enter a world, especially a world as enjoyable to exist in as Asteroid City, you can kind of totally forget about the rest of your life and just exist and be present exactly where you are.
I felt very thankful every day to just go to bed and feel like we did good, hard work and still thinking about the scenes, still buzzing about the fun, unexpected stuff that happened, and it was very exciting.
I do a nude scene. You want to see it?
Huh? Did I say yes?
You didn't say anything.
I meant yes. My mouth didn't speak.
In Hollywood, I'm David Daniel.
We'll find out what Will Loper thinks about it on Monday. Coming up next year on Live Before, The Price is Right is moving out of Hollywood. We'll tell you why, when, and how when we come back.
And then coming up next hour at 5, the Oregon Summerfest kicked off today. We'll show you all the fun you can have if you're sticking around town this weekend.
Don't miss Wisconsin's best deals this summer, only at Ashley's multi-million-dollar clearance event. Everything must go. Save up to 84% store-wide, plus special interest financing for 72 months, only at Ashley.
Spectrum brings us Spectrum One, where Spectrum Internet, advanced Wi-Fi, and unlimited mobile come together to keep you seamlessly connected wherever you are! Why did you switch?
With Spectrum One, we get a super fast, reliable connection.
And the advanced Wi-Fi has enhanced security and privacy features that automatically block online threats.
How reliable is Spectrum Mobile?
It's a super reliable service coast to coast.
Switch to Spectrum One and get internet for $49.99 a month, plus free advanced Wi-Fi and 1 free line of unlimited mobile. Call 1-833-685-4999.
I'm Megan Tim, Director of Community Health at SSM Health. You may know us as healthcare providers, but we live here too. And as good neighbors, we know our community thrives when we take care of each other. That's why SSM Health and News 3 Now are sharing the keys to health. Watch for our expert information and advice on air, online, and at fun local events. Join SSM Health and News 3 Now, and together, we'll unlock a healthier community by taking time for kids.
Our priorities, they've changed.
Hey Lexus, play my music.
It's not just about getting ahead. It's about knowing what you want.
Watch for traffic.
And focusing on what matters. Welcome to the next level. This is the Lexus NX with intuitive tech and our most advanced safety system ever.
Get special offers on the 2024 NX 350 all-wheel drive.
To everyone who appreciates a handcrafted meal, are you ready for a taste of Wisconsin?
Butterburger's cooked fresh, just the way you like.
The way you love.
Definitely love.
And our thick and creamy frozen custard,
We make it for you all throughout the day.
All day.
All day, every day. Put it in the extra work and not cutting corners. Takes a little longer.
but it's how we've always done it at Culver's. Because making your meal with care shows how much we care.
From Wisconsin with love.
Welcome to Delicious.
Don't miss Wisconsin's best mattress deals this summer, only at Ashley's multi-million-dollar clearance event. Everything must go. Save up to 84% off top mattress brands, plus special interest financing for 72 months. Only at Ashley.
New at 5, a year after the historic reversal of Roe v. Wade, we look back on the decision that changed the lives of so many.
The First Warn Weather Team is expecting some big changes heading into this weekend with some widespread rain, potential thunderstorms. We'll break it all down tonight at 5.
Ahead at 6, after a fatal downtown Madison shooting, find out how the victim's family is coping with the devastating loss. Tonight at 6.
This is a live shot from Santa Monica. The beach there, 66 degrees.
Wow,
What?
sunny, but it must be the wind.
It's been
wind off
in the
ocean.
60s. I think Matt, our producer, said it's been cloudy there more than sunny this year.
Wow, and cooler than us.
Yeah.
That's something.
El Nino. The Price is Right is getting ready to come on down to a new studio next season.
Monday, after 51 years of spinning the big wheel in Television City, Hollywood, the legendary game show will say goodbye to the historic Bob Barker Studio 33 with a special tribute in its final season. Finale.
Check out this behind-the-scenes look.
Come on down to The Price is Right here at Television City for the very last time.
We're about to film the very last episode of The Price is Right at the Bob Barker Studio at Television City in California. We've been here for 51 years in this historic stage. I used to tell people there was magic in the wood here because of all the good vibes that have been in this studio, you know, all the laughs and all the fun that have been here. Now we got to go and start a new place and put our own good vibes into that new place.
$87,000! You got
It means the world to me. I mean, this is my second family. We love it here. We sincerely love it. And what's not to love?
We witnessed the best day of people's lives. In this final episode, we're going to do all sorts of things that tip our hat to this amazing stage.
That'll put a dent in some bills, 33 grand. I am blessed by being able to walk the same stage that people like Bob Barker and Carol Burnett used to walk on. Honestly, it's a real blessing in my life. Like, I always am grateful and thankful that I have this opportunity to have a job like this. Next season, we're going to be at an all-new studio in Glendale, California, everybody. People need a break in their day, and they need something familiar. So this is our service to everybody by having an enjoyable hour they can watch with their whole family. It's a responsibility, but I think of it more as a blessing than anything else. And it's just the best feeling in the world.
Let's get this show started with the first prize up for grabs today on The Price is Right.
Everybody, all 350 million of you should tune in because it's the last show on the stage. That's why it's going to be historic.
It certainly is. Why are they moving?
Paramount Plus, their parent company, sold Television City.
Oh, no.
It sold it off.
Oh, you can't leave the Bob Barker Studio. You actually did a story there.
Yeah, I've spun the wheel.
You did?
I was on top of the Plinko thing.
Oh, that's right. We should have found that video today.
Final show Monday morning at 10 o'clock.
Yes, and don't miss it right here on Channel 3.
So surf's up, and one unusual surfer has been hitting the waves in San Diego.
Jeannie Moe's on the Surfing Seal when Live at 4 continues.
Dear freedom, here's to more miles driven, more dollars saved, and more electrified vehicles than any other brand. Yours, Toyota Hybrids. Toyota, let's go places.
Don't wait until the weekend to enjoy a thick charbroiled steak made to your liking. Make a weeknight steak night at High Point Steakhouse, Southern Wisconsin's premier supper club. Well worth the short drive to Ridgeway.
First Choice Dental's got going to the dentist solved. And when you've got 11 convenient neighborhood clinics, you can solve a lot of problems, like helping you get in and get back to your busy day with snap appointments. Schedule your appointment at firstchoicedental.com.
At USA Insulation, we fix hot homes. Over 7 out of 10 homes are poorly insulated. Is yours? Here are some of the signs. Is your house too cold in the winter? Is it too hot in the summer? Does your furnace and AC run almost non-stop? Do you have different temperatures in different rooms? Are your energy bills too high? You don't need a new home. You need better insulation. And right now, when we foam your walls, we'll insulate your attic for free.
USA Insulation.
The Spring Green Art Fair is coming June 24th and 25th to downtown Spring Green. Hundreds of artists from around the nation will be there both days. Don't miss the fun and excitement June 24th and 25th in Spring Green.
At Machinery Row Bicycles, you'll find bicycle store quality electric e-bikes from Trek, Electra, Feld, Giant, and more. Trek offers the best-selling e-bike in America, Trek Verve Plus, under $2,500. At Machinery Row Bicycles, you'll find fat e-bikes, mountain e-bikes, road e-bikes, bike path e-bikes, and more. Free services included. The place to shop for your new e-bike is Machinery Row Bicycles, the most beautiful bicycle store in the world.
Everlight Solar is the premier home solar company in the Midwest and a proud partner of Wisconsin Athletics. We make going solar simple and affordable with $0 down. To learn more about solar for your home or see our employment opportunities, visit everlightsolar.com.
Congratulations to Madison Magazine for earning 9 awards in the Milwaukee Press Club Excellence in Wisconsin Journalism Competition, including top honors for Best Single Story or Feature Design and Best Feature Photograph. Experience Madison like an insider with tips and tricks from Madison Magazine. Explore secret hangouts and scenic gems. Uncover hidden history. Score off-menu favorites and more. Madison Magazine, online and on newsstands now.
Dear Freedom, here's to more miles driven, more dollars saved, and more electrified vehicles than any other brand. Yours, Toyota Hybrids. Toyota, let's go places.
It's time now for your first warn traffic. Very clear along the Beltline and in the downtown area, but there is an incident that I need to talk about. Up near Sun Prairie, there is a crash northbound on the 151, and it's causing speeds to drop as low as 10 miles per hour. So just prepare for that if you have to travel to Sun Prairie. But as far as the interstate goes, we are looking very green, both south and north, near 70 miles per hour in both directions for Janesville. Up north to Wisconsin Dells, also around 70 miles per hour with a slight backup near the Dells, but overall, not too bad. And as I previously mentioned, the Beltline looking very good with green in every direction. And southbound Sun Prairie to downtown is very good, but the northbound is that little bit of backup with the incidents. And that's your first warn traffic. Back to you two at the couch.
Jake, thank you. The white Princess Leia gown that Carrie Fisher wore in Star Wars in the 1977 is up for auction.
It's estimated to sell for up to $2 million when the bidding closes on June 28th. It's reportedly the only Princess Leia costume known to still exist from the original film. Costume designer John Mallow created the gown and went on to win an Oscar in 1978 for his work on the film. Fisher wore the gown during the film's final scene while in the throne room as she bestowed Luke Skywalker and Han Solo their medals of honor. What about the
headpiece?
The cinnamon roll wig? That'll go for as much.
That might be extra. Well, some furry competition from all over the country are in Surf City, USA this morning. The 26th annual Purina Incredible Dog Challenge kicked off in Huntington Beach. Canine competitors are showing off their talents in surfing, freestyle, flying disc, and dock diving. The competition continues all weekend. Further south off the coast of San Diego, there's a new surfer getting a ton of attention.
Sammy the seal is making waves, though marine experts are a little mystified by the pup's behavior. Jeannie Mose reports.
There's a rookie surfer off the coast of San Diego, and all of the human surfers have given him their seal of approval.
A moment of pure happiness for me.
Jenny Kim gladly made room for this harbor seal pup on her surfboard. Day after day, he showed up at Pacific Beach and hung out with those who usually hang 10. Even marine experts like SeaWorld's Jenny Smith were mystified.
For some odd reason, was hopping from surfboard to surfboard to surfboard. Definitely not normal.
Harbor seals are usually standoffish, but this one was extra friendly, chill, climbing aboard, rolling off. Instead of being antisocial, he was in sync, riding the waves with abandon. The surfers named him Sammy after the children's book,
Sammy the Seal.
The man who shot this drone footage, Ed Hartel, found the seal inspiring.
in a time of darkness, this has been the light.
SeaWorld San Diego's phone rang off the hook with calls about Sammy. Their rescue team checked on him and found him healthy. Why would he gravitate to surfboards?
My first instinct was maybe there's sharks in the water.
Sharks have killed seals and sea lions at this beach, but Jenny says Sammy seemed calm and unafraid.
His face was really close to me, as if he was gonna kiss me.
Sealed not with a kiss, but a sniff. She posted on Instagram, never getting rid of this board.
Such a magical moment of connection with the nature.
When the Beach Boys said everybody,
Everybody's gone surfing.
who knew everybody would include Sammy the Seal?
Surfing USA.
Jeannie Mose, CNN, New York.
Oh, that is so great.
How bizarre. Yeah, it is great.
That's the first thing I thought of. Maybe there was a shark in the area, but when they took the drone up, you'd see it.
He's calm.
Yeah, that's
Sammy's
awesome.
just wanted a ride.
Oh, how fun.
The final check of your forecast coming up.
There's nothing better than a great night's sleep on a new mattress from Steinhoffels. Right now, save up to $900 on Beautyrest adjustable base sets. Beautyrest queen mattresses start at only $399. And when you upgrade to a Beautyrest Black, you'll get $300 in Steinhoffels cash, plus a $100 MasterCard rewards card. Beautyrest Black queen mattresses start at just $44 per month when you use Steinhoffels' special 72-month financing. Shop in-store or online at steinhoffels.com.
This is how legends are.
2024 Chevy Silverado HD with Duramax diesel. And the Chevy Silverado with powerful TurboMax engine. No matter what route you take, there's a Chevy truck to get you there. Find new roads. Get 1.9% financing on all 2023 Silverado 1500 LT TurboMax pickups, or current Chevy owners get a $5,750 total cash allowance when you trade in an eligible vehicle. Find new roads at your local Chevy dealer.
The day you get your Clear Choice dental implants makes every day a let's dig in day, a chow down day, a take a big bite day, a perfectly delicious day, a love my new teeth day. Because your Clear Choice day is the day everything is back on the menu. A Clear Choice day changes every day. Schedule a free consultation.
Here's your parachute.
Certain it's okay? Are you 4imprint certain?
Certainty matters, so congratulate coworkers or say thank you with promotional products from 4imprint.com.
4imprint for certain.
Honestly felt devastating and still feels devastating, almost surreal.
A year after the historic reversal of Roe v. Wade, we look back on the decision that changed the lives of so many. That's next on News 3 Now at 5.
News 3 Now's Call for Action team gets results.
We're taking action for you.
Nearly 700 cases closed, more than $500,000 recovered, and we're not finished yet. When you need help, call for action only on News 3 Now.
For your weekend, it's going to be pretty hot on Saturday with highs likely reaching the lower 90s, but we are going to see some overnight rain, possibly as early as around sunset, and that will really cool things off for Sunday with highs right around 80 degrees. Once it starts raining Saturday, we're going to continue to see some scattered to widespread rain for Sunday and early Monday before it starts to clear out by Tuesday. As far as temperatures, they're going to only see highs in the 70s at points next week. Overall, it won't be nearly as warm as it was this week.
That's good news. All right, Monday here on Live at 4, we'll head to the movies with film critic Will Loper.
And we'll go behind the wheel with Harvey Briggs in the all-electric, all-impressive Lucid Air. Mark says wait for the launch mode.
0 to 60 in 2.5 seconds.
I can't wait. That's coming up Monday on Live at 4.
Get 11% off everything at Menards. Loctite Power Grab Adhesive is high strength, paintable, and reduces the need for clamping. With 0-second instant grab. A 9-ounce tube of all-purpose construction adhesive is only $2.99 after rebate. Continue your renovations with Great Lakes vinyl plank flooring. They're durable, waterproof, and easy to install. Featuring an attached pad for added comfort and noise reduction. Heritage vinyl plank is $3.29 per square foot after rebate.
Save big money at Menards.
For 46 years straight, more of you have trusted Ford F-Series trucks to help save the day, stretch the weekend, haul, or tow just about anything, anywhere. That's because they're built Ford tough. And it's why Ford F-Series are America's best-selling trucks 46 years straight. And for that, we thank you. Now lease an F-150 STX for $419 a month for 36 months, plus get $1,000 trade assist cash only at your Wisconsin and UP Ford dealers.
Here's your parachute.
Packed it myself. Certain it's okay? Mm-hmm. Are you for imprint certain?
Certainty matters. Like the certainty of congratulating coworkers or saying thank you for being a customer with promotional products from 4imprint. Our expert team is dedicated to making your satisfaction a certainty.
Packed it myself.
Land the perfect products at 4imprint.com.
4imprint, for certain.
Looking for some fun indoors available day and night? Look no further than Vi-Tense Golfland. We offer 18 holes of indoor miniature golf with our Madison landmark theme. Educational, interactive, and extremely fun. View an art masterpiece with a scene of the Madison Capitol, Winter Park, and lakes in our 2 blacklight holes. Indoors are 2 golf and multi-sport simulator suites. Play great golf courses with unmatched viewing clarity. Play different sports such as football and soccer. Have fun with zombie ball at Vi-Tense Golfland.
Boy, it is hot all over, and critters are doing what they can to stay cool.
Our cool pups, Louie and Oliver, have their stories in this week's edition of the News Hounds.
Here's the News Hounds, Louie and Oliver, with their World News Roundup.
This week on the News Hounds, a thirsty kitty.
A thirsty baby elephant
trying to open a cool watermelon without thumbs.
But first, polar bear sisters Astra and Lake are keeping cool at their new home at Point Defiant Zoo in Tacoma, Washington. The 2-year-old twins were born at the Detroit Zoo and just moved to Washington State, and they are inseparable. The zookeeper says both bears are smart, high energy, who love to splash, pounce, and play together in the nice, cool water.
Meanwhile, Nora the polar bear at the Oregon Zoo is trying to get a watermelon open. It's hard to get her mouth around it. Maybe putting some weight on it might do the trick. No, not enough. Can't bite it, try and throw it? Oh, let's try and smash it open again. Success. Polar bears will forage for fruits and veggies, though they mainly eat meat. But on a hot day, this hits the spot.
In Arizona, a gigantic mountain lion stopped by a family's pool and was seen taking a few big gulps. It didn't even stop when the cougar saw the pool's owner looking out a patio window. Wildlife experts were shocked to see the mountain lion out during the day. They usually hunt at night to avoid the hot sun. Even more interesting to experts is the mountain lion is right out in the open. They tend to be very elusive, but when it gets this hot, behaviors can change.
Travis, the Asian elephant, is having a blast. He's getting hosed down at the Fort Worth Zoo, and he couldn't be happier about it. The zoo said the almost 4-month-old enjoys swimming in the 40,000-gallon pool, but the water hose a lot more appealing this day.
And finally, Rico, the prehensile-tailed porcupine, was seen and heard munching on some cool corn on the cob at the Cincinnati Zoo. The 7-year-old loves corn. Who doesn't?
And that's this week's edition of the News Hounds. Stay cool, everybody. Be like Travis. That's our time for now. We'll see you back here on Monday. News 3 Now at 5 starts right now.